Hello and welcome to another episode of 5-Minute Dissertation Diaries. My name is Marty Scholes and today is Sunday, July 16th, 2023. Just a quick update here for you. This week I started addressing my dissertation feedback. The content expert had returned feedback to the dissertation. I took care of that and I downloaded and archived it. I also integrated the content expert changes. And I noticed inconsistencies in the criteria tables. I made a list of all the inconsistencies, sent that to my chair. I aligned the analysis sections in chapter 3 and 4. That was actually a lot more work than it should have been. It's a long story. Read my dissertation, you'll hear about it. But in essence, I deviated from the plan, switched from an inductive to a deductive approach, and then back to an inductive approach. And at first, I didn't describe that very well in chapter 4. Then my chair had me make some changes. I went ahead. I did describe it well, but that was out of alignment with what was in chapter 3. I went and reread Saldaña's work, found out the right terms to use for what I had done, and went ahead and rewrote chapter 4 using those terms, then back into that into chapter 3. That was an all-day affair yesterday. Let's see what else I did. And I cleaned up the dissertation. I removed double spaces in dozens of places across all the cases. See, that was kind of a alliteration there. Worked all references to the words axial and in vivo. I'm no longer using those approaches. It was all over the proposal. Today, what I did was I cleaned up the participant quotes. A bunch of them were italicized, some were block and shouldn't have been. Some were not in a block and they should have been. I went in and fixed all that. I addressed all the remaining comments in the dissertation and I reworked the dedication. That's all I've got this coming week. I want to get fully prepared for AQR. I've got to go through and I got a list. I'm going to go through and do the form and formatting tables, and I don't even know what's in there. I glanced at it. It's a bunch of junk stuff. Got to do that. I got to do the AQR, way things were met or not met, or there's something where you list all the demands you got from AQR and what you chose to address and how you addressed it and what you chose not to address and why you didn't address it. So I got to dig all that up, find out there's a forum for it somewhere. There's a couple other things I need to do in preparation. I'll be working on that this week while I'm waiting for my methodologist feedback. Hopefully I'll get that back here. I'm now getting really nervous about getting this to AQR within the next 8 days. I have a deadline for this new pilot program that has to be submitted to AQR by the 24th. In order for it to be in AQR by July 24th, that's in 8 days, it has to be to my chair by, pick something, the 18th, 19th. And if my methodologist freaks out over my methodological confusion that was in the previous version, then he'll probably want another round of review. If he does, I'm sunk. If he's able to get it back Wednesday and he doesn't require a round of review, it has to be Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night to get those changes applied. Some of them could be big. And then get that into my chair's hands so that she has the weekend to verify it and go over it and submit it to AQR. So that's my hope. His deadline is actually 19th, I want to say, is when he's supposed to have it back, my methodologist. So if he has it back by the 19th, that's Wednesday. I could have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to work on it, get it to my dissertation chair. Then she's got Saturday, Sunday to review it, make sure it's correct, and then submit the AQR packet on Monday. And that hits me at the deadline. But if my methodologist says, hey, this isn't working for me, redo it and resend it to me for submission, and I'm sunk there. But he's supposed to have it by Wednesday. We'll see. That's all I've got. Hope you're doing well. Take care.